So the good law says anyone who injures another person must be dealt with according to the injury inflicted. A fracture for a fracture, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Whatever anyone does to injure another person must be paid back in kind. This is like an unwritten rule that we have, even as small children. When your sibling punches you, you punch back. When they take your toy, you take theirs. It's just something that's ingrained from small childhood all the way through our adult lives. It was one of the laws that God gave to Moses. And as we become adults, a lot of us still walk in that eye for eye, tooth for tooth mentality. We're driving down the road, someone cuts us off. What do? We got to speed up and cut them off. And a lot of times we got to do them better. We got to slam the brakes on and make it harder for them. We always give them the look, the what's wrong with you look. Why did you do that? Why did you pull out in front of me? Are you dumb? Stupid is as stupid does. Love Forrest Gump. But look, check out what Jesus had to say about all this. He says here in Matthew 5, "You've heard it said that the law says a punishment must match the injury. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say," this is Jesus, "I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer them the other cheek also." And we don't want to do that one, do we? "If you are sued in court and your shirt is taken from you, give your coat also. If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. Give to those who ask and don't turn away from those who want to borrow." Man, everything I just read goes against our human nature. I'm sure there was some of you out there that are say, "What? You want me to do what? That is sus. There's no way if someone hits me on the cheek, I'm going to be like, oh, how about this one too?" If someone tries to sue me, then I'm going to give them extra. That does not go according to our human nature. That is totally against our human nature. But God says, my plan is better. My plan is a plan of love. 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 Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. Jesus wants to see changed lives in us, with those around us, our neighbors, our coworkers, our friends, our family. He wants to see changed lives. And we don't change lives by acting in accordance with the way that they acted, by doing eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Romans tells us that doing good to your enemies is like heaping coals of fire on their head. When someone does something against you, when someone steals something from you, and you know it when they tell you a lie, and you offer them grace, forgiveness, and love, man, it's like a stab to the heart to them. They're like, I was expecting retaliation, but instead they got grace, mercy, and love. Only then can the gospel go forth in their lives. If we're acting out in retaliation, if we're giving eye for eye and tooth for tooth, nobody's going to want to listen to the message of Jesus and how he changed our life, because what change do we have? We're the same person. I'm guilty. I do it too. But you know what? Jesus calls us to a higher standard, and today, let's live according to that higher standard.